might have some stuff in your pocket that you know what, you don't want everybody to know about it. And God said, that's a good thing, boo. So this message is going to be for Taurus men born in May. A lot of y'all is going to be looking like, shoot, that's you, boo. What up, G? Tell me what I need to know, because you're the only one who was giving me what I was looking for. And I said, the realest of the real is back on the scene. And I said, don't we all know it, boo? But we want to keep it quiet too. And Grandma said, I think that's what she doing, keeping it quiet and not letting people who know her know anything. And God said, ain't that fucked up? You can't let people that know you know every last move that you make, but you an empress. You are really abundant in your own right. And Grandma said, you might have someone pregnant right now. Reconnecting is here. So you might have someone knocked up. Someone is trying to get knocked up by you. And you like, look, I got to put in some more work. I can't be sitting up here just doing this and doing that. And you know what? You single. You always single. Even when you in a relationship, you single. And Grandma said, that's going to end pretty soon. Because you don't want somebody to sit up here and start all over and be doing something out of nowhere. But that's what they doing, boo. So you're going to be receiving an emotional messages. Someone is saying they don't care. They don't give a fuck no more. And God said, don't you know it, boo? A lot of y'all Taurus men born in May are gay mentally. And that's what you know about yourself. A lot of y'all be hating on women, but then y'all want women to love on you. And Grandma said, you slow to give. And you really don't even want to share your emotions, but you're an emotional filled motherfucker. And you always keeping yourself to yourself. But something is about to happen. There's a moment in time where people say, shit, thank you for getting me up out of that situation. And Grandma said, there's some transgenders around someone, and someone is saying, don't we know it here too? Nine of Pentacles energy is here. So you finna really get smacked the fuck up by a multitude of people, and they ain't gonna show that part, but shit, you handled your business out of nowhere. And Grandma said, that's what they know about you, boo. A lot of y'all Taurus men born in May, y'all don't start fights, but y'all will end them, and you will get your butt kicked, but at least you got the best of a multitude of people. And God said, that's what they know too. I said, it was too many for you to fight them all, but you fought your way up out of a situation. And Grandma said, that's a good thing, boo. So you are no longer going to be having desires like you used to have back in the day, because you've been lickety split for years before someone else knew about you, boo. Seven of Wands energy coming out with the Four of Cups, and we have Judgment and the Ten of Cups. So protection is key. And a lot of y'all are stubborn than a motherfucker, and you don't never want to see a new opportunity. You want to constantly try to build on the spoiled shit. But Grandma said it's spoiled, and you can't do nothing about it. And God said, that's what you need to know here too. You need to place judgment on this, but God is placing judgment on this. And that little baby girl, she like, shit, I just wanted to do an emotional message and I got it out. And God said, that's what she wanted to do. She gonna start doing a lot of those, and everybody is gonna be looking at her like, why you ain't doing what you have done before? She don't want to stay stuck and stagnated. She's getting bored. And Grandma said, that's what you know too. Eight of Pentacles energy coming out with the Eight of Swords. So there could be a lot of work being put in something, but someone is having anxiety, stress, and worry over something all over again. And that's on you. You don't want no one to have access to millions of people or have access to a multitude of people in order to, you know what, replace you. That's what you're in fear of, replacement. And grandma said, well, you should have put in the work. And you didn't put in the work where you supposed to put in the work, and you kept on putting in the work in this past ass energy. And but you was wearing protection with them though. But you wasn't wearing protection with this one person. And you said shit, because I already know that they for me. And them other ones was for the what? Streets. And that's your truth. A lot of y'all really is going to be in shock, but God said it's going to reach millions. And when it reach millions, don't trip. And whatever comes out of a situation, it comes out. And grandma said, that's what you need to know here too. Eight of Swords energy is here. There's been a lot of wish fulfillment that you will reunite with a family member or reunite with the ex-lover or keep all of these exes together for some reason. But you're going to be on cheaters, or some of you guys have been on cheaters, and that's catastrophic for you. You would never want to get caught up like that. So you always act as though like you're single, ready to mingle, but you're not. You're not. You got a lot of toxicity going on, but the toxicity weighing you down, and you really ready to settle down. See, transformation. So you're going to be in a very different mindset when you see something else. And that's what you know already, though. A lot of y'all Taurus men born in May, y'all are very intuitive. Y'all are high priests. And y'all always is hiding the inevitable. And y'all don't want to see the good in people that are truly good. But you try to see the good in people that are truly bad and toxic. Like some of y'all baby mamas out here. And grandma said, ain't that the truth? The skyway is here. So you're going to have some completion in your life. You may end up traveling. You may end up knocking on the door. You may end up communicating effectively, just like someone else communicated with you. And grandma said, but you scared, boo. You don't know what to say, and you don't know how to say it. But other people ain't afraid. Other people are not fearful like you. But you got a lot of shit to say, and you be talking behind people's backs. But you need to start, okay, being on the up and up even further. Because everybody is going to be like, you know what? We ain't telling you shit. And you going to sit up here and think that what? You know the inside track of some shit, but you don't. You ain't going to be able to get a hold of something pretty soon. And you're going to be blocked from a situation, and you ain't going to know why you blocked, but you already know you was putting out some toxic ass energy. And that's not cool, boo. A lot of y'all is going to have to shift quickly. I'm getting the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Swords is here. So something's going to happen abruptly, and you're going to have to move forward. But you're going to be kind of happy about moving forward because you don't want to stay in the situation that you're in. And that's your truth. You're ready for something to crash, but it's not going to crash. It's just going to be a little dent or something in a situation, boo. The Magician is here. It took a lot for somebody to manifest an interruption. And that's someone's truth. See, the star flipped out in reverse. You're not going to have wish fulfillment the way you want wish fulfillment. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas. God said it's time for me to take the wheel completely away from you. A lot of you guys are not going to be driving. A lot of you guys are not going to be orchestrating nothing. You're going to have to learn how to take orders from motherfuckers. And that's going to really cause you to go through the dark night of the soul. That's what the fuck this is. And when you go through the dark night of the soul, You're going to cry. You're going to be pissed. You're going to be sad. You're going to go through a lot of emotions because you already knew what the deal was, but you sat up here and you remain untrue. That's what you did. Four of Wands energy, boo. This is an unhappy situation. And someone is like, shit, don't we know it? See? You're going to need the willpower and strength. Another major arcana coming out. You ain't got no control, motherfucker. So just overstand that, okay? You're going to need the willpower and strength to get through all of this. It's like you're about to learn a major lesson. And when you learn this major lesson, it's going to send you through a spiritual awakening. And God said it's about time. You've been holding on to the bullshit. And when you hold on to the BS or the bullshit, however you want to pronounce it, motherfucker, it's still bullshit. And grandma said, that's what you know too. So your coin jar that you got and all this other stuff is going to disappear. This one person is saying, I'm taking it all. I don't want you to have none of this old shit. I'm taking your old clothes. I'm taking your old everything. Everything, oh, you're going to start losing things too as well. This is God, baby. God is going to make sure that you don't have nothing that is going to remember you of nothing, of nobody. And that's going to be catastrophic for you. And it's going to put you in a different mindset because all you can do is try to remember what the fuck you had, what the fuck happened. That's the only thing you're going to have. You're not going to have all the tangible items to remember somebody by. And grandma said, and that's what you don't even expect. You keep hold of a lot of things for years. And every time you crack this open and wear this and put this here, put that there, it sparks a whole memory in you. And you like that type of energy. But you don't take action. Where's that knight? See, this is you, the Knight of Pentacles. You don't take no action. In this card, the legs ain't even moving, but you hold your pentacle right there and you always thinking. One thing about Taurus men born in May, y'all are thinkers. Congratulations. You thinking niggas in the building. And that's your truth. We have, okay, the Knight of Cups is coming out with the Knight of Swords along with the Page of Swords too. Some of you guys are going to be investigated in a very tawdry type of way. And you ain't going to like that, but that's what's going to happen. It's like y'all Taurus men born in May will see a good woman. Like I said, y'all are mentally gay. Y'all will see a good woman, but you in your mind want to sit up here and make her out to be the most toxic motherfucker, like she just doing any and everything, and not give her the benefit of the doubt, or not just see the amazing motherfucker that she is. And that's what's catastrophic on y'all dumbass parts. But God said somebody gonna do you that way, and they gonna find all your toxic shit. And God said, you gonna be put on blast, bitch. And when you get put on blast, that's going to be your ass. And that's your truth. The cops is looking for you, baby. You're going to need the willpower and strength because they've been investigating you for a minute. I said, whoever that BITCH, they ain't a part of nothing. And that's what you need to know here too. You're going to end up scraping and scrounging for something, but you ain't gonna have the means to scrape and scrounge. And you're gonna be out here like the Five of Pentacles energy, trying to figure out which way to go next. Six of Swords energy is here, boo. So even though someone doesn't have a lot of money, they always move forward. And that's what you don't like. You don't like the fact that someone has the ability to just keep moving forward. You want somebody to stop, be in self-pity, feel bad, and do this and do that and everything, and act like, you know what, that's okay. We got to continue to live this old raggedy ass life, motherfucker. And God said, that's what you need to know. So you gonna have some new feelings and new emotions about a bitch, and a bitch gonna be like, you know what? Fuck you and your third party situations. And you ain't gonna like that because you gonna be really a changed man. And when you a real changed man and you really want to do this and you really want to do that, it's gonna be too freaking late for you. And God says, see, because this is what you've been doing. Those little cups and shit, you've been sitting up here going over the past over and over again. And that's why I'm sitting here right now giving this message. Because y'all been stubborn. And you gonna know what you need to know at the time you need to know it. And that's your truth. The Fool is here coming out with the temperance. So all these major arcanas is coming out, and the moon is here too. God is working, not in your favor. God is making you a better man. God is going to fuck your ass up, repair your ass, but you can't go back to what you really want ever again. It's something brand new for you. And that's what you don't oversee yet. And that's the truth. Unbeknownst to you, change is in the air. See, cycles are being completed. Some of you guys are really going to travel, and you're going to continue to travel until God tells you to stop. And that's what you need to know. Ace of Pentacles energy is a boom. So there's a brand new beginning for you. Once all of this takes place, then you're going to get a brand new opportunity. Take care.